Midweek action in the Ninja A-League as Brisbane Roar hosted Melbourne City in a match originally scheduled for round 18. The Roar had dropped their last 3 matches and were clinging to their spot in the top 6. City looked to increase their buffer at the top of the table over Melbourne Victory as they're eyeing a historic unbeaten season.
Vlanich, beyond the far post it goes. First header City and in. Taylor Otto seemingly with the last touch. 3 Melbourne City players had a nibble at it. And McMahon scuffed it to the goal line where Taylor Otto, the American centre-back, did the rest. And Melbourne City lead in Brisbane. Look at the length of the runner. Here comes Hayashi then. Strikes the ball and it just kept rising. And the crowd were building up the moment. They knew what to expect. So did Melanda Mirez. And much to the goalkeeper's relief, that free kick just kept climbing. Stott. An incisive pass. Davidson keeps the ball moving. McMahon saw that Bosch was off and running. Played into the path of Lourdes. Bosch cut across. McNamara saved away. Follow up and a little more gentle at the second time of asking, but that's what Melbourne City can do. It was a move at breakneck speed. Lourdes Bosch stretching the defence. Stop. Diagonal ball. Della Harp is there first. McNamara follows up. And a brilliant first-time strike from Holly McNamara makes it 2 for Melbourne City. It's the sort of moment of magic that Holly McNamara can seemingly create on command. An 11th goal of the campaign. Finds Fryer. Nice movement from Laney Fryer. Pringle. Raw promising in the build-up. The crowd rising. Pringle! Good save. Mirez tips it over the bar. And the Raw are still playing with belief. Policina. Oh, it's going to slide on here. Speckmeyer can profit. Speckmeyer saved. Excellent one-on-one goalkeeping from Richards. Freed the feet, cleared the ball. Flick header on. Hoyos caught in possession. Briley Henry breaking away. The defence in pursuit. Briley Henry all about the finish. It's 3. A goal made and finished by the Melbourne City substitute. And Briley Henry has her 2nd goal of the season. McKenna, ball back in. Speckmeyer! What a full stop to put on the night. And Mariana Speckmeyer powers Melbourne City to the finish line. 4-0. And the full-time whistle goes. Melbourne City just too good tonight. Brisbane Roar 0, Melbourne City 4.
The last Sydney derby of the season took place at Marconi Stadium as Western Sydney Wanderers welcomed Sydney FC. The Wanderers would need their first win over the Sky Blues since 2019 if they are to jump off the bottom of the ladder. Results have fallen in Sydney's favour in recent weeks, leaving them with an outside shot at playing finals football.
Rummel off from Indiana Dos Santos. It's a flat delivery. Casper's able to control. A few claims for handball, and the appeals are obliged. Sydney FC will get the chance to open the Sydney derby scoring. It's Hawkesby! It's the breakthrough right before the break in the Sydney derby. Talon Henniker. Hawkesby. Oh, lovely work from Mackenzie Hawkesby! Same result as the previous shot. It's a great ball forward for True in space. It's Bronte True! It's a good save from Jasmine Black. Bronte True was very close to a third. Great save with the outstretched leg. Good manoeuvring by Millie Farrow. Abini looking to bend one. And a dip swiftly from the all-time Sydney FC appearance maker. That was a lot closer than it looked off the boot. And the pressure pays for the Sky Blues. It's Farrow cutting it square. Dos Santos! It's a slice of Sydney Derby history for Indiana Dos Santos. The 17-year-old teenage star keeps on racking up the records. It's 2-0 Sydney FC. She does indeed. The ball forward from Harding. It's true! How many chances like that can the Wanderers afford to burn? Comiskey, a hopeful ball forward, falls in the lap of Bronte True, twisting, turning Bronte True. A goal to which she has come so close in this game continues to elude. And Jasmine Black will end with the ball in her hands as Sydney Derby dominance continues for the Sky Blues. The full-time score at Marconi Stadium, Sydney FC 2, Western Sydney Wanderers 0.
Melbourne Victory faced off against Adelaide United for the Pride Cup at Amy Park. Unbeaten in their last 9, Victory knew a win over the Reds would secure a top 2 finish. Adelaide could jump up to second with a win, but would have to overcome the loss of goalkeeper Claudia Jenkins, who went down injured in the warm-up.
Chidiac running through. Alex Chidiac goes from distance. The ooh from the crowd. She wasn't far off it. Furphy. Toland, eyes only on the ball. Furphy looking to cross it in. Awkward positioning, goes through the feet. And to the delight of the Adelaide crowd, just goes slightly wide of goal. Delightful delivery in, forces Newborn into the save. And strong work there from Adelaide United. Here comes Chidiac. Laura can feel the presence. Toland, the shot from Flannery, directed at Melag. Here come Victory down the other end. Young plays it off of Flannery. Chance for shoot. Flannery, and she hits the back of the net. She breaks the deadlock for Melbourne Victory. Well, it's been a long time coming. And Victory are now in the hot seat. Well, they've had the lion's share of the shots in this game, and now they're able to put one in the back of the net. Holmes. Plenty of shouts for handball. Dylan Holmes said she slots it home. Adelaide are right back in it. Hodgson. Scramble in the box, and it just misses. Kirkby looking to get her first goal. Pickett. 4 minutes for either side to try and break through. Opportunity, Flannery makes it do! Something out of nothing, Melbourne Victory have gone back ahead. Well, it's delivery from Gilnick. And it means so much to the fans here at Amy. And Isabella Cooper blows her whistle. And the Victory players, they celebrate. None more than Nikki Flannery with her brace. Well, with that, Victory climb to just 2 points behind City. So at the end of full time, it is Melbourne Victory 2, Adelaide United 1.
A do-or-die clash at the Sam Kerr Football Centre between Perth Glory and Canberra United. Only goal difference would keep Perth out of the top 6 if they proved victorious, while Canberra United's finals destiny remained in their hands despite taking just 3 points from their last 6 matches.
Protects, gets it back to go forwards. Nice ball for Grace Johnson to run onto and tip over the top. This is a nice crossing ball. Found the head of a green shirt. O'Donoghue's there, and so is Wynn. Here's a look at how that unfolded. Almost a goal for Perth Glory in the chaos. O'Donoghue couldn't get through. Taylor Young Headed forward through Mary Stanish-Floody, and this has put Michelle Heyman on her own and in space. And Michelle Heyman finds the net after all the chaos. It's the green machine that strike first. Canberra go 1-0 up. Rovers, long-ranging ball. 18 Keane still there. She's been in the perfect position, and this might be the perfect run. 18 Keane taken to ground inside the penalty area, and this looks like it's going to be a penalty kick. Nets it. Mary Stanish-Floody in her 50th A-League game gets the second for Canberra, and they are stunning this Perth crowd. Keane at the other end looking for Heyman. Heyman can step around. Now Heyman's taken down. This pass by 18 Keane was so perfect. Nothing much Casey Dumont could do. She missed the ball entirely as Gordon to make it three. She sends it over the top. 18 Keane's come back to defend. Kelly Brown, just give her an opportunity and she'll take it. Here's a nice cross and it's going to fall. Tian McKenna with the perfect run there. It just got behind every defender out of nowhere, able to send it in through the back post. A beautiful finish. Now Folletta delivers the cross. It's high. This could go anyone's way. It's headed down. It's bounced off the bar, off the post for Perth, and somehow stays out of the net. Header, just off the post there. Boots it forward. This is the last ditch attempt. Probably McKenna with the cross, and Sally James is there once more. And there is the full-time whistle. The green machine of Canberra United cranks back into gear, and they clock a massive win on the road when they needed it most. They came out west under pressure, fighting to keep their season alive, and Tony Jagerinets leaves with 3 priceless points. But the full-time score reads Perth Glory 1, Canberra United 2.
A 3-day turnaround for Melbourne City as they headed from Brisbane to New Zealand to face Wellington Phoenix. 2 losses from their last 3 matches at home has hurt Wellington's finals push, but a win over the unbeaten competition leader City could give them a new lease of life.
There's a chance for Emma Main. Good ball, that's well weighted. Longo made a good run from midfield. Main again. Be accurate with this cross, and that's not a bad effort from the Phoenix to create for Ferguson.
Yeah, that was a great cross in the box.
Now Davidson, Bosch in a bit of space. Near wall again. There's a touch, and it's in. Beautifully finished from McNamara. There's a classy striker putting away a classy goal. It's 1-0.
It's just frustrating for the Phoenix because, you know, they have started the game really well and they've also created a few good opportunities that they haven't put away.
Oh, McNamara's got another chance here to double the lead. That is the complete opposite to what we just saw a moment ago.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that one. She's just put it wide. She really should have finished it.
Oh, it's scrambled in surely. How on earth did that not go in? And Longo hasn't got the ricochet on target. Goodness me.
Goalmouth scramble. I don't know how that one didn't go in. Yeah, and Kelly's come across well to defend that.
Nice flick on. Is that a penalty? It's a penalty against Mackenzie Barry. Oh, stopped a brilliant save from Valau. Well, that might be a bit of justice.
That was, yeah, maybe a little bit of justice, but good save from Valau.
Tanaka, lovely little touch there from Jolly.
Yeah, nice little one too.
Tanaka, it's a decent cross.
It was a great cross from Tanaka.
Here's Wall with a good cross as well. Charlie, plenty behind that one, just not the direction. It's Davidson. Phoenix have it again through Grace Charlie. Oh, pinched here by Melbourne, and saved brilliantly by Valau.
She's done well on that occasion to get her hand to that one.
That is that in this game. Locking their 14th win from 21 games. Their unbeaten season continues as Melbourne City close it out 1-0.
Meeting for the third time this season, Western United travelled to number 2 Sports Ground to face off against Newcastle Jets. The Jets lost a heartbreaker against Victory last weekend to leave their season hanging by a thread, while Western sit comfortably in 4th position despite only 1 win in their last 4 matches.
Zimmerman got Lagazzo making a run through the middle. Taranto on the other side if they can find her. Lagazzo tees up from a long way out. Zaniak coming into a safe pair of hands eventually. Lagazzo surrounded. Eggersvik finding DeHarkis. This is beautiful play from Western United. Lagazzo! Zaniak with a great save to deny Western United their first goal in this game, but beautiful bit of play to get Western United in that position. Grace Maher once again. Another high looping ball. Krzyzaniak had to punch it away. It was required for a second time. Grove shields it to the path of Lincoln.
And that interchange of play tells us that answer whether Zimmerman's frustrated or not.
Taranto, Zimmerman's back in the centre of the park, and that's a curling, beautiful ball off the crossbar.
Guides that beautifully on goal, and Krzyzaniak seems to get a touch once again and hits the bar.
Looping ball, headed goalward, and it finds the net. Last touch, Catherine Zimmerman. That's the breakthrough the Western United were after. Came out of nowhere. Davis moving up the field of play very quickly, slipping it through for Lauren Allen. Could she be away? Getting past Lincoln and past the far post as well. A dangerous cross in and then knocked into the goal. Western United get their second and they may be home. Looks to be Kiwa Hieda who got the last touch. Didomizio ready and waiting.
There we
Got it
go.
on target.
Straight away, shot on target. Wasn't her best strike, but
she's in the area.
in the action.
Breyer switching it out to Cass Davis, who tees up from a long way out. Should have been seeing more of that tee. Libby Copus-Brown tries to head it. Goalwood and finds the arm safely of Chloe Lincoln. And that is full time here at the number 2 Sports Ground. Western United had a goal, get the 3 points, shore yourself up in the top 6, and that's exactly what they did. Newcastle Jets needed the 3 points to keep their finals hope alive. It is Newcastle Jets 0, Western United 2.
To close out round 21 of the Ninja A-League, Central Coast Mariners met Brisbane Roar at Industry Group Stadium. A vital away win over Wellington reignited the Mariners' season last weekend as Emily Husband's side entrenched themselves inside the top 6. Brisbane's struggles continued in their midweek hammering against City, with the 4-0 defeat making it 4 straight losses for Alex Smith's side.
And as we get underway in Gosford, former Matilda Alicia Ferguson joins me, and Ish at this time of the season. They're all vital games, but this one has been earmarked in the calendar for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, this is a huge game, Teo.
We're going to have to stay with play because Lainey Fryer has stolen a march and perhaps should have scored in the opening minute, and then the follow-up once, twice, and does score. Fryer makes it 1-0 in 25 seconds. And the Mariners' heads still in the change rooms as the Brisbane Roar open the scoring. Can Brisbane double their lead? Hayashi, high to the far post, and just wide, Papadinova. It still won't go for the Bulgarian. And the covering Mariners defenders just had enough speed to avoid being exploited there. Woods, back pass, Gomez nicked in, really good by Gomez, and now busting a lung, getting forward, Trimis waiting, Gomez goes herself and scores! Izzy Gomez brings the Mariners level! What a solo goal, winning possession and finishing the work after sprinting half the pitch. Sees Trimis over on the right, and Trimis gets the better of Blessed. Rasmussen's ahead of the ball. Trimis is going to go her own way and puts it over the bar, and an unmarked Rasmussen can only watch on.
That is a huge let-off from the Brisbane Roar.
Trimis, decision time with the next pass. Lifts it into the box. Pennock is there, and it should have been Mariners in front. And Jade Pennock, who's been starved of opportunities, has not had a better one. Feels like it could just be, even this early in the night, next goal wins. There's a real air of tension to the game. The Mariners want it to be them. Here's Trimis. Rasmussen! Annalise Rasmussen puts the Mariners in front. And they have turned around the deficit to lead. Their young front three has delivered. Central Coast 2, Brisbane Roar 1. Step around from Blissett, a nice one. Can she capitalise with the next pass forward? It's going to tumble on Eka. Morris. Flag stays down. Today, Morris! Straight at the goalkeeper. Langman comes up with the save. And that was Morris's chance to score a vital goal. Space for Yallop. Yallop drops it in the box. Martin sliced the wrong way. Could have gone anywhere. Out for a corner will do for the Central Coast. Stoppage time expires, and the Central Coast Mariners are within touching distance of a return to the Ninja Ray League finals. They do the favour of locking Western United into the top 6, as Brisbane are on the outside looking in with only 2 games to go. All over at Industry Group Stadium, Central Coast Mariners 2, Brisbane Roar 1.
At the end of round 21, all eyes are on the bottom half of the ladder as a host of teams continue their finals push. Catch us next week for the penultimate round of the competition as Sydney FC look to take on Perth Glory.